right, so we're here. We're the ambassadors for Long Island for Black Girls Run. And Black Girls Run is actually a national organization started by two young ladies about 5 years ago, 2009. And so there are chapters all over. We're the Long Island chapter. There's another one. There's a New York City chapter. There's one in Queens, Brooklyn. But you know, we're focusing on Long Island. So we do like to run. That's hence the name. It's actually for women 18 years and older, although it's Black Girls Run. So it's actually not for our young princesses over here. There's something called Girls on the Run that's completely separate and different. But that's something, if you're interested in running or getting into running, that's something you can actually look into. And that's an organization that Black Girls Run does pair with in other cities. But I just want to piggyback on something that Dr. Reed said about, you know, maybe you don't like running, maybe you like dancing, maybe you like doing other things. Oftentimes, one thing leads to another. So, you know, we might be running, but Miss Tanja over here just did a mock mini try this morning. So she did running, swimming, biking, and running all this morning. And she's going to do the real thing next week. And this is your second time. Yeah. So, you know, it leads to other things because really, I think it's about the camaraderie. Yeah. You know, we come out, you know, again, it's called Black Girls Run.
Encouraging women.
Right.
BGR is full of women that encourage us. We went to a triathlon seminar with BGR women, and how many of us signed up last year? 25 of us signed up last year to do a triathlon. We had never experienced, a lot of us didn't know how to swim.
Right.
Didn't
have a bike.
Didn't have a bike.
I used my 12-year-old son's bike, and the guy at the bike shop laughed at me. He's like, "You gonna ride that bike?" He said, when everybody passes you, don't feel bad, it's the bike. And I went back to him, because I got second in my age group. And I said, I have you know that everybody didn't pass me, because there were two old ladies on the bike that I stayed in front of the whole time.
They had baskets on their bikes.
They had baskets. But the key is, though, is that they were out there. They were doing it too, and so it's all ages. You know, someone asked, your president of 100 Black Women, right? Is that the right? Yeah, NASA kind of 100 Black Women. Wilma Tootle said this morning, am I too old to join a group? Can I join? I was like, absolutely not. She's like, well, what's the age limit? I said, over 18. But what about the cap? I said, there's no cap. When you die, that's when it's the cap. All right? Not that this is going to kill you. This is going to make you live longer, so we keep pushing the cap up. All right? So. Just we're going to talk about, you know, we're saying running, because that's our focus, but we really you start one step at a time. You start walking. I started walking, and I'm just an impatient person, and I got things to do, so I was like, I got to do this faster, so I started running. And, you know, we progress. But we do have, our website is up here, blackgirlsrun.com. That's the general national website. We communicate with each other on Long Island through our Facebook page. So if you were to go on Facebook and do a search for Black Girls Run Long Island, you can sign up on our page. It's a closed group just for safety and security reasons. We don't want other, you know, crazy folk just like trying to find out where we're going to be and do some things that we don't want to have to deal with. But so if you want to request to join, you know, we'll see you there and we'll join. And actually, we're going to pass around. Where is it? Yeah, if you're interested.
We can actually sign you up ourselves. If you put a star next to your email, we can ask you to join the group, or you can look for it on the website, on Facebook.
Right. So I want to know, how many of you have ever thought about running? Okay, very good, very good. All right, now, how many of you that just said you thought about it, how many of you have done it? Okay, all right, very good. Has anyone else thought about it and was like, yeah, I thought about it, I ain't doing that? Okay. It's like, y'all go on. So what are some of your excuses for not wanting to do it or for not continuing doing it if you had started at one point? Anybody? Any excuses?
I can't do long distance. Well, I tried and I just can't do prolonged running. So I run and walk.
What do you mean by prolonged running?
How long is prolonged? What do you mean by that?
More than a mile straight.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So here.
I stopped because of kids, and I don't like to go out by myself.
Good. Key. Don't want to be by yourself. Kids, suck your time. You know, you got to care for them. Any other reasons?
Over here.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I was waiting for that. We always get the knee pain. I got a brace on my knee right now. All right? Okay? You got knee issues? Okay? Somebody over here said,
No, she said it, but I find running outside,
Mm-hmm.
I get pain on my knees. Treadmill, no issue.
okay. Interesting, because that works both ways for many people. Some it's the opposite, that they can't run on a treadmill, but they can run outside. So, yeah.
I had knee surgery, but I'm overweight, so I feel that it
Excuse me.
will do damage. But
Okay.
I used to run before all the time, and I really miss it outside.
Right.
And I also don't like running by myself.
Okay.
I just, yeah.
And I totally get that. So for those of you who had some medical issues or you had some knee problems, and I mean like knee problems that were diagnosed by a doctor, not just like, oh man, oh I can't do that, my knee, oh Lord. Okay, I mean like, if you got a real medical issue, then, right, you certainly want to be very careful and check with your doctor before you actually start on any kind of regimen, even if you don't have that diagnosed condition. If you feel like, I don't know if I should do this, certainly check with your doctor first. But that's why you start off slow. You start off walking. We have a Walk Before You Run program with Black Girls Run. And it's similar to what you may have heard of Couch to 5K. It's just from literally from the couch, get up on the couch, walk, and train until you can actually run a 5K.
5K is 3.2 miles.
One.
3.1 miles.
3.1 miles, right? So, it's one step at a time. And the way it kind of works, so a sample workout would be, you're going to stretch. You're going to do dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching is kind of stretch. It's not the ones where you just kind of stand and you just do that. But it's more like you're going to hold on to something and you're going to swing your leg. It's just to kind of get it moving, just to get it limber, move it up. You're going to go like this, right? Maybe a little running in place, just to get your blood flowing. So that's the start, just for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then do a little brisk walk to warm up. And then as part of that program, they might have you do you'll walk for a minute and a half and then jog for a minute. And jogging, how many, I say run, huh? Okay, so when I say you're gonna jog, I mean jog. You're not sprinting down there, you're not winning any medals, right? You're not Michael Johnson, you're not Usain Bolt. You don't have to do that. And the races that we do, everybody gets a medal. Right? It doesn't matter what place you come in. Everybody gets a medal. That's why we like doing all the races, because we get a lot of medals. All right, I didn't bring, this is nothing. We all got a lot of medals. But you get it. So only one person can be a winner, right? Everybody lost the race, but we all got medals, so you can't tell who won the race. So, when I come home, my son goes, did you win? I said, yeah, you see, I got a medal. So, it's fun in that way. But so you walk, then you run for a little bit, then you walk again. And you run a little bit. And so when you start off, you're going to do a lot more walking than you're running. And then as you gradually build that stamina, you're going to switch over to doing a little bit more and more and more running until you're doing more running than walking.